It's FWD Champions Day at Sha Tin on Sunday. We've got 3 Group 1s, great lineup as well. The Chairman's Sprint Prize, the FWD Champions Mile and the FWD QE2 Cup as well. We'll be looking at all 3 races on today's show. I'm Andrew Jones. Please say I'm joined by our race caller in Tom Wood and form analyst in Paul Lally as well. Tom, and there's no prize for guessing what the features are or the highlights will be on Sunday's programme.
Absolutely, Andrew. It's a great day of racing out at Sha Tin on Sunday afternoon. Of course, kicking off with the Chairman's Sprint Prize. Wellington looking to defend his crown from last year for Richard Gibson and Alexi Bedell, and then into the Mile Golden 60, a great clash with him and California Spangle, and the FWD QE2 Cup over the 2,000 metres. A good match race there as well. The Derby winner versus Russian Emperor.
Yeah, the 4-year-olds coming through the ranks into open company now, Paul, but that's not all. We've got some decent jackpots as well, I think.
Yeah, 2 really good ones. 1.7 million going into the triple trio and 2.5 million going into the 6-up win bonus. So that should get up to about 7 million. The undercard's really good as well. There's plenty of good even betting races throughout the whole day, and 11 races, of course, as well.
There are indeed, yeah, and we're looking at 3 races on the show, so plenty to go through, so we're going to rattle straight into it. As far as Sunday's programme is concerned, we're back onto the A course, of course, so the rail is in the true position. This is meeting number 65 of the season, and Matthew Chadwick is back after 2 days suspended. Ruan Meyer not riding this weekend, so races 6, 8 and 9 are the races that we're looking at on today's show, and we'll go through in racebook order, starting off with the Chairman's Sprint Prize. Group 1 over the 200 metres, Sky Field, winner on International Day back in December. Wellington back to defend his crown. Lucky Patch was favourite on International Day. We haven't seen him since he fell there. Stronger won 2 starts back, beating Sky Field. Sight Success only just beaten by Wellington last time out. We've got Super Wealthy, Master 8 Open Class, Computer Patch. Got speed, he's got Barrier 1, Lucky Express and Kerpenny, who might be our early leader as well. That is how they line up, the 11 runners for the Chairman's Sprint Prize. We'll start, as always, with the speed map itself. Tom, good, we're saying, in the early stages. Where do the principals land?
Yeah, well, Kerpenny is going to be the likely leader here. He's the horse that's going to go forward to Paul. Computer Patch, he likes to be handy. What about Master 8? What do they do with him from barrier number 8? Do they press forward again like last start?
I think they'll have to, yeah. They might try and get outside Kerpenny, but it looks a little bit tricky for him. I think Sight Success will keep him wide there. Lucky Express, another one that sort of is going to be wide at the back. I think they're going to have to go a little bit further back with Wellington than they'd like, just to stop being trapped wide as well. But look, the pace is going to be on, so he's going to get his opportunity for sure.
All right, so Kerpenny leading, and his stablemate Skyfield might be at the back there, keeping Wellington company as well. Now we can have a look at the last winners of the race. Tom, Wellington back to defend his crown, but there's some good names there as well.
Yeah, there certainly is. Mr. Stunning, what a champion sprinter he was here in Hong Kong. Beat the clock the year before that. Victory and Lucky Bubbles. So some great names. Andrew have won this race down through the years.
Yeah, Francis Loy winning the race as well with Lucky Bubbles, with Hugh Bowman in the saddle. Got Lucky Patch back this year. Tough ask for him, first up since December. He was out at track work. Nick Child caught up with him.
Francis, a big weekend obviously coming up for your stable, notably with Golden 60, but Lucky Patch in the sprint, he's perhaps in danger of being the forgotten horse a little bit in this race. How has he been obviously since December, and what has he done since then?
It seems okay. After last race, we sent him to Chong Fa and just training over there and give him a couple of field barrier trials. But just shame, you know, he stuck on there and supposed to have a run last time, but he can't come. I think he just missed that race.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and just on the Chung Fa, obviously, it's been very difficult getting those horses back. Do you feel that's perhaps been a good thing, that the fact that you have been able to give him those extra trials and sort of bring him here in top form?
Yeah, I think so. But I think my opinion is if he have one race is better than the barrier trial.
It is a interesting runner, isn't he? Lucky Patch. You're wondering who that horse was in the red jacket in that trial. It was Light of Wanshi, who goes around in race number 4. But best of luck to Francis Loy and the team with Lucky Patch returning. He was favourite, don't forget, on International Day. This is the Sprint Cup last time out, though, Paul. This is Wellington. This is the win. The whole field line up once more, but Wellington wins. We've got Sight Success finishing in 2nd. Master 8 runs 3rd. Lucky Express just in behind in 4th. And last year's champion sprint and Hot King Prawn in 5th place. So the other 3 go as well. But what do you make of this coming forward?
Yeah, look, I think Wellington's going to get the pace to suit. You can see he came from well back in the field here, and he's got a really good turn of foot. He's won his last 2. He's a horse in good form, so he looks tough to beat. I thought Sight Success, he stepped up to the mark well as well coming into this race, and he finished off nicely enough. I think it's going to be a bit tougher for Master 8 and Lucky Express from their draws.
Yeah, I think it will be, but look, Sight Success I think is one of the main dangers certain to Wellington here this time around. And throughout the whole time we've been seeing these sprinters through the races, through the season, there hasn't been too much between them. So look, I think it's between those two, Wellington also Sight Success.
Barrier draw stats, Tom, reasonably even, but Wellington's actually drawn barrier 9 here, and that's had the fewest winners coming out of that game.
Yeah, according to the stats, that is the worst draw possible here over the 1,200 metres on the A course. In terms of winning, you can see there's plenty of placings in the column there, but the win strike rate, only 2%.
Okay, well, we will see. He's obviously going to be one of the favourites going into the race. We can have a look, though, at one of the others, and that is Skyfield, who's been back at the trials. Blake Shin in the saddle. Again, Paul, as far as this is concerned, how do you think he's looking for Sunday's assignment?
He's looking really good. He really hit the line nicely in this trial. You can see he's bolting there at this stage. Really wants to go well. Blake Shin, I think he'll go back from his draw as well. He'll be held up for a run, and I can see him and Wellington making runs together. And look, I think he's a major chance in the race.
He just didn't have that same turn of foot that we've seen in the past from him last start. That was on the good to yielding rain-affected track there. This trial was back on the 22nd of March. You could see him quicken through the line there really nicely. So back on top of the ground is definitely going to favour him.
All right, okay. That is Skyfield, who's quite short in the market, along with last year's winner in Wellington. Paul, how do you line him up here?
Yeah, I've gone with Wellington again. I can think he can make it 3 in a row. The horse is just in really good form, did win the race last year. Skyfield back on top of the track, as Tom said. I think that's a major plus for him. Sight Success has been consistent. And Lucky Patch, he's dropped some weight coming into this race. He spent some time up at Chungfa, and the extended period of time, I think, has done the horse really well. 2, 1, 6 and 3.
Same 4 numbers, just slightly in a different order, but certainly agree on Wellington. You can read into whatever you like with those barrier stats if you're a fan of those or not, but he's drawn out wide here, gets his chance again, Wellington. Sight Success, a main danger along with Skyfield. I'm going to throw in Lucky Patch. He's dropped 31 pounds, so he must be fairly forward coming into this, I feel, Lucky Patch. And he was the informed horse going into International Day. 2, 6, 1 and 3.
Wellington as well for me for the repeat, but Hot King Prawn 50 to 1 doesn't look too bad, does it? I think it's quite an even race, the sprint. As we move forward now to the FWD Champions Mile, and as far as the lineup is concerned here, of course, we've got the defending champion in Golden 60 back to defend his crown. $20 million on the table. First or second here will get past Golden 60. Beauty Generation, the money earners list as well. He heads the field from barrier 2. More than this, who chased him home last time out from the inside. Wide Cuckoo beat Golden 60 earlier in the season. Mighty Giants used to lead, seems to have lost some of that dash now. Healthy Happy might be the fly in the ointment as far as California Spangle is concerned, because he'll be looking to try and find the front as well. He comes off that last start second in the Derby. So, place to start, of course, is the speed map, and that's, I suppose, the initial talking point, Tom, is California Spangle cross Healthy Happy and find the rail?
Yeah, well, I think Zach would probably prefer to draw 4 rather than what he's drawn 5 here. Healthy Happy's drawn 4, and we know, Paul, that he likes to lead, but we also know that California Spangle is going to go forward. That's where Tony Cruz likes his horses to be ridden, and I don't see that any exception here. So it'll be an interesting battle between those two, maybe in the early stages.
Yeah, I think California Spangle can cross him, though. Look, he's led over 1,200 from wide draws before. And I think he'll get to the rail. He's got that really strong gate speed. So, yeah, that looks. I think he can cross Healthy Happy. So that's I thought Waikuku might get a nice run, sort of midfield. And Golden 60, we saw him a lot closer last time, and it really worked for the horse. So he won't be too far away. I think he'll be midfield.
Okay, all right. So that's the speed map is concerned. As far as the past winners of the race are, Tom, well, Golden 60, of course, winning last year. And Vincent Ho is actually looking for his 3rd win in this race in a row after winning in Southern Legend the year before. Yeah,
3 in a row, potentially for Vincent, and there's only been one other jockey to win this race 3 times. That was Brett Preble, but not in a row. So Vincent's got his own chance here to make a bit of history with the Champions Mile.
All right, well, that's the obvious place to start, isn't it? Golden 60 and jockey Vincent Ho.
Vincent, we're not too far away from another big day with you and Golden 60. Obviously, he's bidding to win another FWD Champions Mile. Firstly, just how has the horse come out of that big win last time?
Yeah, it feels good. Settled well. Felt really good.
We've now seen, obviously, the barrier draw. We know that's been quite important to this horse. You've got gate 2. He won it from gate number 1 12 months ago. Would the plan in your mind be same sort of tactics as last time, perhaps?
Possibly. Just where he finds his feet, basically, where he's comfortable.
And on his preparations this week, Vincent, obviously there's been plenty of media scrutiny on this horse, as there has been for a very long time. But
Yeah.
do you feel he's working as well as he ever has done leading up to this one?
Yeah. At least better than last part.
And just on the challenge that this horse faces, now obviously he's taken all before him. We know he's been beaten a couple of times this season. You've obviously got great respect for California Spangle. As far as sort of challenges go, do you feel this guy is probably one of the strongest, if not the strongest, that he's had to face?
On paper, maybe, but he just came up from 4 years old series. He never faced a real Group 1 winner or Group 1 horses yet. By the Derby performance, of course, by the time he did on that service, it's good time for sure. But we'll see.
We will indeed. So dangerous to say this is just a match race between Golden 60 and California Spangle. Is that how you sort of saw it, Tom?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it really is. Golden 60, he's the class act in the affair. He's got that higher rating than the California Spangle. It's probably been a little bit hard to assess California Spangle, Paul, with what he's done so far, because he's been mainly racing against his own age group here, but we'll get a better handle, I think, on him this weekend.
Yeah, and distances as well, right? Because he was winning earlier on over the 1200. He started here as a Griffin. He went all the way up to the Derby distance, ran a really good race in the Derby. So, look, back to 1600, it's probably ideal for him about this at this stage of his campaign.
All right, and as far as the stats are concerned, they don't read much better than that, Tom.
No, they don't. 20 wins there from his 23 starts, and look, his course and distance record is just so good, and he's going to be very tough to beat again, despite having the big weight, only 126 pounds here at this sort of level, but he's the one to beat. And look at that prize money, he's not far away off Beauty Generation. He only has to win or run second to top that.
So what about California Spangle and his challenge now stepping into the top flight? Let's hear from jockey Zach Purton.
We're at the stage now where it's going to be good to be able to measure up against the champ and see where we're at. Obviously, the ratings tell us we're a long way out of it, and he was very good last start. He's drawn a good gate. It's a small field, so he's not going to be too far back again. But I'm looking forward to, the battle, and hopefully we can just get to the front without having to do too much work. Obviously, Healthy Happy is a little bit of an annoyance for us there in the race, especially drawn inside us. He might make us work a little bit, but Tony's pretty adamant that my horse has to lead, so we'll have to press on until we get there, and hopefully my bloke's got a good kick at the end.
He had a recent trial, Zach. Obviously he's been on the go for a fair while, so he's a rock hard fit horse, but just talk us through that trial. I mean, it looked very impressive again. Yeah,
he does everything right, doesn't he? It doesn't matter if it's a trial or a race. He stands in the gates good, he jumps well, he travels nice, and he gives you something at the end. He always wants to please. He did that again, and now it's time for him to go head to head with the big boy.
You talk of the battle now. How much does someone like Zach Purton really embrace that? Now, you're a man who loves competition, whether it be racing or any other sport, I'm sure. How much of this battle, this set two, are you really looking forward to?
Oh, it's an exciting part of it, of course. It's much more comfortable when you're on an even keel. I don't know where we stand against Golden 60. He could just be better than us, and that might be the case on the weekend, but we're not going to know until we race against him, and I feel like my bloke has still got room to improve. We still don't know what's his best distance either, and he's had to go up to 2,000 and come back to the mile, so it's probably not the perfect preparation going into a race against Golden 60, but that's where we are at the stage of his career, and we look forward to it.
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it, to see how he measures up. He needs to put in a career best performance by some way. But Paul, Golden 60 for you, or are you looking elsewhere?
No, I think Golden 60. He bounced back beautifully last time, and I think he can easily win this race. California Spangle, the danger. More than this, will get back. He'll run on, and Waikuku on a minor line. 1-8-2-3.
Same tiers there as Paul, but I've also thrown an excellent proposal for a fourth Golden 60 to beat California Spangle. More than this, an excellent proposal. 1-8-2-7.
Yeah, I got the same 4 as Tom, but yeah, Golden 60, very, very hard to beat here. Right, still to come, FWD QE2 Cup plus all the best bets. That comes up next. It's FWD Champions Day at Sha Tin on Sunday. We're up to the main event here, the FWD QE2 Cup. This is a 2,000 metre Group 1 contest worth $25 million in total. Field is headed by Russian Emperor, brilliant, winning the Gold Cup 2 starts back, run up to Golden 60 last time out. Kaying Star could roll forward from barrier 9. We've got Tourbillon Diamond, Columbus County. It's been off since January, Columbus County. Panfield, last year's champion and Chater Cup winner, hasn't had a great season this time. Reliable teams, some speed, Savvy 9, Romantic Warrior, the Derby winner, only beaten once in his life. Cheerful Days and Zabrowski from barrier number 10. He's a 2-time Group 3 winner this season. So that is the field for the QE2 Cup. We can have a look at the speed map now as well. Tom, we're saying good to slow in the early stages here. So how do we see everyone mapping?
Yeah, well, reliable team, we know he likes to go forward. Paul, he's drawn barrier number 1 and Kaying Star, the other one that likes to go forward. But he's been a little bit iffy this season in his starts. It looks like Romantic Warrior should really posse up into the perfect position.
Yeah, he should get a nice run. I think he'd be thrown all away by Russian Emperor. The thing with Kaying Star is he's drawn 9, so I think he's got no choice but to push on. Otherwise, he's just going to get caught wide. Kaying Star, Columbus County, we know, gets back. I think both Casper's horses will go back.
All right, OK, and Russian Emperor possibly stalking the Derby winner there in Romantic Warrior. Have a look at the past winners of the race. Tom, again, we see Vincent O won this last year with Love's Only You. This year, of course, it's an all Hong Kong affair.
And there's no runners that lined up in the QE2 Cup last year, going around this year. Love's Only You, she was fantastic last year, Exultant, but some good horses like Pakistan Star, Win Bright and Neorealism going back a few years ago now. The creme de la creme have won this race.
They certainly have. Will Romantic Warrior be adding his name to his list? Let's find out with jockey Sha Tin.
Of course, he's an exciting horse going forward. Of course, winning the Derby was really a fantastic time for all of us. So now we move forward. The horse has pulled up well. He's trialled well. So now we just look for the big day.
Just on that trial, obviously, just a matter of process to sort of go through the motions with him. Were you happy that he's come out of the Derby as fit and fighting as he can be?
Yeah, more what he's done is toughen him up, and I believe the horse has improved mentally and physically. He was always going to show us a sign of improvement. So definitely pulled up well after the Derby. You could see the trial was very professional from him. So yeah, I think he's in tip-top shape going forward.
And just on his work, obviously, reports from the camp, have they been happy, Danny and the team, with the way this horse has been working this week?
Yeah, of course, I had a trial on him, and Danny was very happy with the horse's gallop. Like I say, I did not believe he needed much, so I thought the trial has really brought him on. Then he had that piece of work on the grass, so yeah, he's in really good shape at the moment.
Well, we'll stick with Romantic Warrior here, Paul, and this is the Derby win. What a season he's had. This is his first preparation. Can he improve again, and how much does he have to improve again to win this one?
Well, he's got to step up again because he's up against some proven Group 1 winners. So this is his biggest test. But look, the way he's been going, he's only been beaten once and had a clear excuse that day when he won as well. He just goes onwards and upwards. Horses have come out of the Derby and have done well in the QE2 Cup in the past, horses like Werther. So it is possible. I think this is not his strongest renewal, so I think he can win.
And we know he's got such a good turn of foot over the final stage. He's had a really good set to there with California Spangle late, but was able to edge him out in 2,000 metres. It's his best distance, I feel, here, and he's going to relish it.
All those Derby winners of the past that have done the double, 4 of them have had a higher rating of Romantic Warrior coming into the race. So this is Russian Emperor, brilliant in the Gold Cup a couple of starts back. Stablemate Savvy 9 runs second, and Tourbillon Diamond, Paul, in 4th place. Different conditions, but he's obviously the main one of the older horses here.
Yeah, definitely. Look, he ran second in the Derby, of course, and arguably should have won it. And then he's stepped up this season. He's won this Group 1. This was in the sort of wet conditions that we had. And he did win nicely enough. He's come back and run placing behind Golden 60. So I think he's the main danger.
He did pull up lame after this, so he's back onto a firmer surface. He's obviously had his little issues through the past, so back on top of the ground. He's not certainly going to relish it like he did last start, Russian Emperor.
Yeah, there's a few others in there as well. Zabrowski, reliable team Panfield, who's a little bit disappointing, but Douglas White said he's been over with him a fine tooth comb and he's A-OK for the weekend. So it sounds like you're with Romantic Warrior though, Paul.
Yeah, I've got Romantic Warrior. I think he can go on with it and win this race. There's no Japanese horses in this one. Russian Emperor in there for second. Panfield trialled really well and he looks like he's improved a lot. And then Savvy 9's been consistent all season. 8, 1, 5 and 7.
8, 1, 9 and 10. I've gone with the Romantic Warrior. I think the one to beat over Russian Emperor. Cheerful Days, he got completely steamrolled and knocked over last start in the straight by Savvy 9, and Zabrowski goes in as well. 8, 1, 9 and 10.
I'm in the minority then. Russian Emperor too good, but Romantic Warrior, very exciting horse for the future. 11 races, I was going to say 10, Paul, 11 races. Who are the highlights for you?
I really like Cordyceps 6 in a really good race to finish off the card. I think he can finish off well. I thought Beauty Mission second behind Campione was very good. They're both good horses, I think, good chances. And Brave Dreams can set the punters off well in the first. All
right, you'll find previews of that in the audio-video section of the website. But of those, who was the best?
I'm going to go with Cordyceps 6. I think it's a strong race, but he's going to get the race run to suit. And he's won his last couple. I think he can do the hat-trick here in this race. This horse is going really well at the moment. And Dragon Fortune in race 10, he's got barrier number 2. He'll get the right run and should be a decent price as well. And we'll make the play in that race along with two of the favourites, Beauty Live and Golden Empire. So QQP 2, 7 and 9.
The best comes up in the QE2 Cup. Romantic Warrior race 9 at number 8. Danny Schumann carries Teton with the Derby Hero. And Trillion win in the last race. A pretty strong race, that one. Number of chances. He's drawn a little wide. Alexi Bedell rides for Manfred Mann with the blinkers on. And he's in the play with Blaze Warrior, Cordyceps 6 and Winning Dreamer in a slightly better barrier.
I think it could be a good day for Alex. He's got Wellington, of course, and Turin Redstone coming out of the Derby, now back into handicap company with the blinkers on for the first time. And he's back again. Pins Prince, he's drawn barrier 14. Hopefully that puts people off as far as the price is concerned, but he can find some cover there. And with Beauty Joy and Soulmate in a QQP in race number 5. Well, there you go. That is FWD Champions Day. It's going to be great, Tom, whichever way you look at it. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, the great Group 1 races that we've got on the card and the undercard. Lots to look forward to there as well.
Yeah, lights, camera, action all set for Sunday here at Sha Tin.
All right, there you go. 11 races then for FWD Champions Day. The 3 Group 1s races 6, 8 and 9. That's the show. Thanks for watching. I hope we'll see you at Sha Tin on Sunday. We will be racing to win.